forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Polypoid, it's going to be Rain and Queen. Top right, a yellow Protoss, a good color for Protoss. It's going to be Rain. And in the bottom right, it's going to be Queen, our purple Zerg player. All right, man. So I feel like this is an even match today. Queen has won some ASLs, and ASL is no longer a tournament. It's been rebranded to SSL. So I don't know. Let's see how Queen performs against Rain here today, and how Rain performs against Queen. Hit that like button if you're excited for a PvZ. I feel like it's been a while, but maybe my schedule's kind of messed up. Maybe there was one posted yesterday because I'm casting this a week in advance as I usually do. So, while I'm off here on the low ground, which means it's going to be either a gateway first or a forge first, depending on the scout, right? So it's not going to be a pool first play here. We already have an overlord coming in. I think it's going to be a gateway. Rain says, Zealots are in your future here, Queen. And yes, indeed. So gateway expand timing here. We've got an overpool timing here. So Zealots versus Lings here in the cage match for you guys. Who will win? Usually the Zerglings, but Zealots take a few Zerglings along with them. So, Terry the Overlord, scouting out. That's right, Terry. You are scouting the correct direction. Hope everything is A-OK with your life. You have a good job, but just stay away from Dragoons, okay? Blocking the hatch here is this probe. Robert the Zealot on the way. Yes, indeed. There he is. And pool almost finished. So, overpool is a good build to counter this kind of gateway pressure. Pull in another drone because one drone cannot beat a probe or an SCV in a one-on-one fight. And there we go. Throwing down the expansion at about 11 supply. The Overlord says, yes, Zealot on the way. Very good, very good. Terry, you will get a raise because you're so good at scouting. And yeah, everything is A-OK here for Queen. But, yeah. Now, who is the hunted here? Rain. So, 2 Zealots versus 4 Zerglings. But scouting with the Lings is the concern here for Rain. So, that's why we're blocking the ramp. Blah, 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 blah. Attacking the gateway, forcing the Zealot to respond. Ooh, third hatch. Was that before the Nexus? Yeah, third hatch before the second Nexus is started. All right, Queen. You're doing very, very well here. Yeah, there we go. Some gas. Pop, pop, pop. And let's go ahead and see if the first center gas goes towards Lair or maybe a Hydralisk Den. Bop. Another Zealot pops out. And I think that's going to be it. I don't think Rain... Yeah, Rain has no idea what's going on here, but he correctly guesses this is not going to be a Ling Flood. Yeah? Cybernetics core. Ooh, is there a forge? Yeah, there's a forge on the way, so never mind. Maybe he is preparing for a Zergling flood by hardwalling here, getting down a forge, and then throwing down a cannon, but nope. No way. No way these 6 Lings are going to get through here. Cannon or no cannon. First under gas into Lair. Metabolic boost. On the way here, gas collection is sometimes a little bit faster than I think while I'm casting. Yep, so that cannon is, I don't know, I want to say unnecessary at this point, but that's okay. Lings, darting in. If they had speed, man, I think they would have gone into the main base and seen this Stargate. But you can assume it's going to be a Stargate here from Rain, right? It is a PvZ, after all. Rain says, wait a second. Wait a second. This isn't a Ling Flood. So maybe I can pressure, but nope, you're going back home. Spire on the way. Gateway, or Stargate, almost finished warping in. Second gas here, and no second assimilator, or second refinery here. Second assimilator warping in, but no second refinery. I think this is just going to be for Scourge to defend against the Corsairs, and then we'll move into Hydralisks. So making a few more lings. 4 lings there, 4 lings there. So that's 8 lings out here on the map running around. Speed is done. So, can we get... Yeah, so 8 lings, if these zealots move out, can swing past this gateway, and a couple of them will die to this cannon, but they will get inside and scout. So, Citadel of Adun, yes, very good. Zealot legs, indeed, or immediately into Temple Archives for DTs. We don't know. We don't know what we're looking at here, so I mean, it's done, but like, we're just not using it for anything? Okay, cool. Zealot legs, there we go, cool. Zealot legs coming in, macro hatch at the 3rd base, macro hatch here at the natural base. I mean, I just get so hyped for a good macro hatch, folks. We'll see if this works out for our dude Queen here today. +1 air weapons indicates a big investment into these Corsairs. They're going to see what they can do. And on the other side of it, that's another macro hatch. So nothing really crazy here. I mean, it is Scourge, right? We want to keep these Overlords alive to a certain extent. Maybe turn this guy into a Spore. I'd be down with that for sure. Zealot's on the move out. They don't have the speed yet or the +1 yet, but guess what? It's on the way. Production tab tells us what's happening, and it is Mutas. All right. Queen decides, I will make some Mutalisks. How's that sound? And they're not going to get anything done. And they're going to die to these Corsairs. Oh my gosh, 5 Mutas. All right, dude. Not happy about this, but you guys know Falcon's never-ending concern about Mutalisks against a Corsair opening player, especially if they got +1 attack. And I mean, we've done this before. We've done this show and tell. That is going to be a Sunken with little SimCity ahead of it. Same thing here. Sunken at the 3rd base, bit of SimCity, so the Zealots can't jump on this thing immediately. This is good. This is really good stuff here from Queen. And yeah, guess what? The Mutas can thin out the Zealots, so by the time the Lings attack them, they just die. They just fall over. They're so bruised up. So at some point, I kind of feel like the Corsairs might want to move out and maybe, like, help the Zealots in their endeavors? I don't know. So Zealot, look at this. Very carefully staying out of range of that Sunken. My gosh, that's oh good. That's so good. So good. So 2 drones die. Not going to chase them over here because that's in Sunken range. That's great stuff here by Rain. Big fan. Biggest fan of all. Look, he's going to get another drone. He gets another drone. Wow. 3 drones down for 1 Zealot. Great trades. Great trades. Economically and psychologically good trades here for sure. Ooh, DT's on the way. Okay, we're going to try to +1 Corsair these Overlords out of existence. And then send some DTs in. So here's our group of 5 Mutas with some Scourge. At least he's not going crazy on Mutalisks. The man did throw down a Hydra Den. We saw this, so he is getting Hydras now. Corsair's not good against Hydras, as we know, unless maybe they're throwing down Disruption Webs, but we don't see that very much. Although there was an incredible game that I posted featuring Free. And who is the Zerg player? I don't know, but oh, these Mutas are in trouble, man. If you like Disruption Web and you like Reavers, ask me for a link to the game that featured a ton of Disruption Web against Zerg, and I will link it to you because my gosh, that game was awesome. And I don't know that it got the attention it needed. Usually if I put Disruption Webs in the thumbnail, people are like, what? And they'll click it, but that one, they're like, D-Web, seen it before, I guess. I don't know who you people are sometimes. Sometimes I think you'll be really excited about a concept or a player combination, and you guys are like, meh. So anyway, we got some Sonic Storm on the way to deal with the Hydras. Excellent. A little bit of faster Overlord movement upgrade coming in. Muta's getting chased. Wait, just kidding. Corsair's getting chased by Mutas? Well, in fairness, there are some Scourge. Turning around is dangerous in this position, so one of the Corsairs dies. Another one's going to die too. Wow, 2 Corsairs die very neatly before we have to fly into cannons. So good control here by Queen, not allowing his dudes to just fly blindly into cannons here and die. Hydra comes up, flies blindly into a cannon and dies. This Hydra does not fly blindly into a cannon and die, but it flies blindly into a cannon and takes a hit anyway. So, 45 to 52 total workers here in favor of Rain. Who's going to get a next base first, I guess, because this would be third base. DT. Ah, yes, DT is here. Trying to make sure that this fourth base is going to be tough to take for the Zerg player, but just expand here anyway. I guess the DT is in position to wipe it out regardless. But yeah, see, the Muse can do this stuff, right? They can wipe out DTs. They can thin out Zealot counts. They can wipe out High Templar if they're in position to do so. Although, ow, 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 where did the Scourge come from? Oh, okay. No! That was bad. That was so bad. That was every Scourge died. I don't think they got a single connection on those Corsairs at all. Brutal. Okay, so we're just going to take a fourth base here. Minerals only, but whatevs. This is probably Rain's going to take this as the third base, minerals only. That'd be my guess, too. Ow. Scourge our gas, man. They're not free. Observatory coming in as Lurker Aspect starts. All things are in synergy here, as we know. As we all know. What else is going on out there? SSL Season 1 is still underway. Hope you guys are enjoying that one. It's on YouTube. You don't have to go to any weird websites to watch it, which is awesome. Oh, I got laid off from my job. That's right. Got laid off from my job last week. So I've been applying to a ton of new jobs. I'm up to like 60 jobs applied to already. Just been hitting that trail hard. Trying to get a new one in the software QA industry. So that's where I've been for the last 11 or 12 years. I did get about 10 weeks of severance, so I'm not like crazy panicked at this point. I'm still getting, you know, I can still pay my mortgage and like feed my kids and stuff, but after, I don't know, after 11 weeks, if I'm still looking for a job, then we might get worried. Anyway, Queen's Nest coming in. Good. I have gotten some referrals from friends and family for jobs, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Most jobs, I feel like, come from referrals from friends and family, so fingers crossed on that one. All right, what's the play? What's the play going to be here? We got Lings cruising out. We got a million Hydras. We got Lurkers. Great. We are going to go into a hive right about now. Not a lot has died here in this game, has it? I want to say, though, Scourge died. A couple Corsairs have died. A Hydralisk got eaten by a cannon. Some drones died down here. But it's been fairly bloodless for 12 minutes of a PvZ at this highest level. So I don't know. Yeah, engaging up a ramp where there are Lurkers and Sunkens. Stop me if you've heard this one before. It's a tough thing to do, man. Azarain does fall back. He's like, okay, we did kill 2 Lurkers, but there are 5 or 6 or 7 more behind him. Ooh, Free Dragoon is free. Trying to get a bit of a flank attack over here with these Hydralisks. They got the speed, they got the range, got the +1 attack. +1/1 is done now for our guy. Boop, boop. Rain, he's got a third base and he's got a fourth base coming up here. Queen, you're falling behind, sir. I need you to actually kill a base or expand now, because this is actually amazing for Rain. Maybe you don't get your Hydras caught out in the middle of the map and alone. Ooh, maybe they can snipe this fourth base. They will all die if they try this, but I don't think they really have a I think they're just dead anyway. That's not even a base snipe, but then he sends the rest of the army up to the third base. Oh, these guys do squeeze out of there and regroup with their buddies here at the third base. Just burrowing Lurkers on cannons, man. Sometimes it works if there aren't that many cannons. Yo, storm up, Lings up. Everything going poorly, ladies and gentlemen, for Rain's third base. Reinforcements are cruising in, trying to save it. Mischance is problematic on these Lurkers on the high ground. Some probes are going down for sure. Some Zealots counterattacking down the other way. 2 Storms helping thin these guys out as usual. 3 kills on that Hydra, 1 kill on that Hydra. It is 53 to 45 workers now. Tons of Overlords joined this party. But, they're running. They are running, and the supply block is real right now. Lurker getting the Zealots away, which forces the Corsairs away. And, all right, well, killed some probes, has a worker lead, got supply blocked, didn't kill the third base or the fourth base, and has not expanded in the meantime. Is trying to expand in the meantime, yes. So, coming down, bottom left, what do we got, folks? We got ourselves a drone turning into a 5th base. Okay, this is something I feel like should have come up. Oh my gosh, these guys snuck in. How did they get in here, dude? Queen is in all of the trouble, folks. An immense amount of trouble here. Corsairs trying to find Overlords. Don't worry about Hydras as much. Just get the ones that are going away from the Hydras. Nice. Beautiful. And don't overextend. Not a supply block there, but it will be a supply block earlier now. Consumes on the way. A shield upgrade coming in. Intriguingly. Did this drone get killed? This drone totally got sniped. A new one has to come over. Oh, this delay is problematic for Queen. This is not what you want to see if you're a Zerg player against somebody as good as Rain is. Now, look, Rain is not Snow. Okay, he's not. No Protoss player is Snow right now. He's kicking butt. He's taking names. He's using Reavers in ways that nobody else can, and it is really hard to deal with, whether you're Terran or Protoss or Zerg. So, here comes our guy, Rain. He's fighting. He's not using Reavers. He's using Storm as his deck of choice here, which is totally viable, too, against this big Ling Hydra Lurker play. We're going to see our first Dark Swarms in a minute here. Plague's getting researched, too. Let's see what we get, man. 160 to 172 supply. Rain is up. He's under a mini Maxi Smurf name. Again, coming up a ramp. I don't know. 2 ops get sniped out, but 2 other ones are there. We brought 4 to this party. First Dark Swarm of the day comes up. High Templar are kind of wandering in to get better storms on Lurker eggs. I like that. Lurkers busting forward, saying, do you have enough storm for the entire horde right now? And the answer is kind of. Actually, this hatch is probably going to die because these are, in fact, +2 zealots, and the hatch is dead. So there we go. This is exactly... I mean, that was tough. It was tough getting up that ramp, but that's exactly what you needed if you're going to defeat Queen here as Rain, is taking down hatcheries, man. Taking down bases, killing drones. All sorts of great stuff. Oh, in other news, I started playing Space Marine 2, which just came out. I never played Space Marine 1 back in 2012. I wasn't into Warhammer back then, but like I've kind of been sucked into Warhammer over the last, I don't know, year or so. Been reading a lot of the Horus Heresy, which has been pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I'm playing Space Marine 2 out on Twitch, twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. So if you want to come watch me do that, you can do that. But, yo, good Plague, catching a lot of, oh, good second Plague, too. That one's even better than the first one. Absolutely, très fantastique. More Dark Storms up. The Psionic Storm says, we don't care about your orange cloud of bugs, sir. Right? I mean, if this is orange cloud of bugs, which is what the lore says it is, then do you think Psionic Storm would kill the bugs, right? Can you imagine if Dark Swarm could be dispelled by Psionic Storm? I don't know if it would make a huge difference. I mean, Dragoons would be a lot better if you could dispel... If you could dispel Swarm, right? Anywho, Adrenalings are out here. They got 2 armor and 1 attack on the upgrades here. Metasynaptic Node on the way. Shuttles and Reavers being added in here late game. Every Protoss needs to get there, even if they're as ahead as they are. As Rain is right now. I mean, he's on 3, 4, 5 total bases. The Zerg player's trying to get his 3rd base back, but is only on 4 bases right now. He was able to expand down here. Corsair's keeping an eye on that one. I don't know what this group is heading this way for. I guess maybe trying to expand up this direction. Cannons and Zealots and High Templar holding this right side 3 o'clock base for Rain quite nicely. And sure, this Corsair can get a free kill. Why not? I'm just kidding. Totally not getting a free kill. Gonna die instead. Yeah, okay. Just straight up gonna die. Overlord lives. Yep. That's what happens when you don't pay attention to your Corsairs, man. They will die. Same with a lot of the units in StarCraft, though. Ling's heading up this way. They're trying to make this some kind of a fight. Dude, the mutas have been hiding for a while. They're back, though. These mutas didn't actually die, so they're helping fight against these zealots. Again, thin them out. Delay the expansion up this way. Don't attack the... Don't fight the Archon! Don't fight the Archon! He's fighting the Archon! Ah! Well, the mutas were providing some pretty decent value. Plague and Dark Swarm on the 3rd base of Rain, though. Nothing really to follow up on it, however. I don't know if there were some Lings there, but it sure seems like they got plagued and not much else happened. Herb. All right. Lings, Lurkers, busting up this way. Storming it up. And are there enough Lings? No, definitely not. This is held. Yes, you're plagued. Yes, there's Dark Swarm. But you got the Zealots. You got the High Templar. You got the Archons. Reavers are now wandering into the party here because they're just kind of slowly moving, slowly ambling this way. And yeah, this is a 190 Zerg to 140, or Protoss to 140 Zerg, man. This is horrendous stuff for Queen. He cannot be happy about the position he finds himself in. He's got all the tools. He's got everything he needs, but there have been PvZs in the past I've cast where it's like, yeah, the Zerg has everything he needs, but Protoss with everything they need, it gets tougher. Late game, good snipe on that Defiler. Massive win for those Reavers there. Late game Protoss versus Zerg is probably favored Protoss. And you're like, well, why does Sulky keep winning ASLs? Because he keeps winning games earlier than that. Like, there are these windows that come and go for Zerg in their matches. And everybody, Terran and Protoss have the same thing going on too, depending on the matchup. But against Protoss, kind of there's like this mid-game area that like Hydra bust timing that Protoss really struggles with. But once you get to late game, and once you get out the High Templar and the Reavers and the Cannons and the Zealots, it's really tough for a Zerg player to break one of these bases. It's extremely difficult. We're getting even the Scarab damage upgrade right now. This is how much we are committing to Reavers. So Queen says, well, this is going to be a bloodbath. Let's expand on the left side here to a 6th base. Thank you very much. Queen, meanwhile, or Rain, meanwhile, casually already has a 6th base of his own. So economically, it's even worker count, but you can't be happy about the base count if you are Rain. He's trying to slip down to the left. Go after some of these bases. Ooh, free Defiler is free. Never mind, got a Plague off. Not as free, man. And it's going to escape, too. It's getting chased, but nah, Adrenalings will save the day. Pinning those Hydras up against the wall and executing them is great. Reavers are unloading. Good connections, ladies and gentlemen. Really good connections inside that Dark Swarm from these Reavers. Storming everything that gets close. 3 Lurkers die simultaneously. Yeah, Scarab chases down and snipes a Hydra from 8 miles away. Reavers can't run. Oh, good snipe on both of those Reavers from Queen, though. He needed that. If he's going to win this game, he needs moves just like that one. Okay, more shuttles in production. Going to force a cancel on the 7th base attempt by Queen here. So that is a win. We're still an even base count. If we're Protoss, did he lose all of it? No, he didn't lose all of his obs because he's attacking these Lurkers directly. Either way, free Lurkers are free, dude. But falling back, he needs some more help from his Reaver friends. Does he have any more out? He might, yeah. I think he just picked up the ones that were over here at this 3 o'clock base, which means it's more vulnerable to attack. But Queen seems more interested in pursuing up this way. Because the Hydraling against Archon is pretty good. Hydraling against most things is pretty good. But unloading right on top of like 7 Lurkers, maybe not something you want to do with these Reavers, man. Ah, Reavers keep dying. The sniping on the shuttles here just by a handful of Hydras by Queen is absolutely impressive stuff here. Yo, Rain expanding top left while he's at it. 7th base coming back on in. And that Lurker dies too. So 195 to 149 supply. Queen's doing better than I thought he would after being down so much in supply and in overall base count. A lot of it comes down to sniping those Reavers exceptionally well and those shuttles and forcing them to be replaced. There's a bit of a bank here that doesn't exist as much for Rain. Ooh, sniping your own obs is not ideal. But this group, yeah, no. This is not what you want, Queen. You don't want to send little groups at groups that murder them. Ooh, sneaking down for a drop. I see you. I see you, Shuttle. I don't always see you, Shuttle, but I see you this time. And there are some Scourge kind of in position to deal with the Shuttle, but not really before it unloads. So it is 57 drones, but guess what now? Oh, he storms the position the drones are going to evacuate to. That was pretty good. Not bad. 5 kills. Zealots coming in and getting some extra drone kills on top of it all. 50 drones remain. 49 drones remain. Okay, this base belongs to the Protoss now. Small engagement, small skirmish up this way as the Zerg wants to make an assault up to the top left. But is that going to happen? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. There is no storm up here. So High Templar, no. 5 kills, not bad. 56 to 50 workers now in favor of Rain. Another Plague goes down, but not enough Lings to take advantage of it quite yet. Archons deal. Oh man, that storm was good. Eating those Lings up. Archons, again, pretty good against Lings, not when they're fully surrounded, and that was kind of what was going to happen there. That Archon pops the Hydras because Archons pop 2 Hydralisks. They're your best answer to Hydras in the entire arsenal. Is gonna be Hydralisks. I guess Guardians are pretty good against Archons too, because Archon's range is garbage. But Archons can close the distance pretty quickly. Is there a DT just wandering around in here? There is! Overlord showed up, didn't get much done, and okay, this is scary stuff right now. This base dies, the top left base dies too. So burrowing in, plaguing up, dark swarming up here, lurkers trying to get rid of these cannons. There are a lot of High Templar here though, my goodness. And they've all got a storm available, except for one. The Reaver at the back could maybe be squished up to the front a little bit. Dude, reinforcing Ling's getting squished out by this group in the middle of the map. What the heck are these guys doing? They are, wow, maybe they're trying to intercept reinforcements up to that top left. Make it harder. Make it harder for them to get there and take it down. But yeah, hit the like button if you're enjoying this game. This is a great game from RJB. Check him out, man. YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. Bam! Snipe on that Defiler. 2 beautiful hits. Great hits. All right. Rain says, I can defend that with what I have. Let me also take down the third base again. It's easy. It's accessible. Can you defend what you have, actually? Storms. Okay. 3 Reavers. No way you have enough to hold this. You have enough to hold this? Cannons causing all sorts of problems. Ling's rolling in, and bam! Can't break it. This attack is coming down. Queen taps out, and Rain is your winner. He was right. He's like, I do have enough to hold against the swarm coming up this top area. Why don't I send some of my army down this way towards the natural of Queen and wipe it out? It's exactly what he did. Beautiful. Beautiful play from Rain today. 3/2/2 upgrades too, man. I mean, that's just extra awesome stuff. So at the end of the day, this top left base, yep, it wasn't mining, but it was a big deal anyway. This base exists. These Reavers kicking butt, taking names. Every High Templar at this base died, but they did their job. And that was storm. Make it so the Zerg player could not take this base down. But yeah, the 3 Reavers and like 5 High Templar and a couple cannons, that is almost impossible. It is not going to be a cost-effective kill on this base if you're a Zerg player and you try to kill it. You can probably kill it with like, I don't know, like 30 Lings, 15 Hydras, and like 6 Ultras. But you're going to lose most of that. And I'm not sure it'd be cost efficient, you know? And then coming down this way, just a nice little composition of Archon, Zealot, Reaver, Dragoon, High Templar. A lot of High Templar. 3 kills on that one. A lot of these guys haven't even, looks like they haven't stormed and haven't killed anything yet. So, I mean, that's discouraging if you're a Queen, is if these High Templar are already up to your front door and they haven't even killed anything yet and they have energy for more storms. Yeah, you know it's going to get bad for you. Here, let's watch that last little push from the third base. It kind of looked like there was enough there from Queen to hold on at that third, at least temporarily, but he just got steamrolled instead. Yeah, so these guys come down this way. Right, and your Dark Swarm is scary, and maybe your Gateway is going to die, but the base is going to live. Yeah, there's Lings here, there's Scourge here. Defender's Advantage is on the way here, too, from Queen. So he sends a bunch of stuff up that way. Maybe it would have been better for him to send it over here. Because, oh, the Reavers, though. Okay, Reaver, there you go. Reaver's taking down a single Ling. That's kind of the trade that a Zerg player wants to make. Plague gets caught up. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he just committed way too much to this thing. And then Hydras are rallying over here. They're not even attack moving, and then they're just dying, and that's it. So, yo, tough. Super tough play there, man. That was great. That was a really good showing from Rain there, taking Queen down. Thanks again for the replay, RJB. I appreciate that. Wow, what a good game that was. And yeah, so the Mutalisks survived. They did not get killed by the +1 Corsairs, but then they engaged with an Archon and all died like 10 minutes later. And yeah, I kind of feel like the 5th base was late for Queen. And this base was early, and then this base was early, and just holding stuff off. Just good movement, good threatening from Rain here. Good upgrades, good compositions, got Reavers out when they needed to. And Queen's macro could not sustain. So nicely done. Good job, Rain. We got 208,000 points to 236,000 points here. 800 to 200 on units produced in favor of the Zerg. That is a 4-to-1 kill death ratio, but a 3-to-1 kill death ratio on the other side for Rain. Resources are going to be a problem here too for our guy Queen, and it is outspend, but only by 800, fewer than 800 resources on the outspend today. That is abysmal. That is, you cannot win. I'm not sure you can win against somebody like Rain if you only outspend him by 800 resources in 26 minutes. So, yeah, great macro from Rain. What an absolute boss. Absolute boss. So that right there, guess what it is? It's called a good game and a GG. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of, guess what? StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok these days if you want to follow me out there. So go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.